My family forgot to invite me to my grandparents' funeral, but they are convinced I was there. I'm 32. I live about 2 hours from my hometown, and for most of my life, I thought distance didn't matter to us. We were close. The kind of close where my mom called me just to read me a funny text she got. Where my brother drove out to help me move furniture on a random Tuesday. Where my aunt mailed me cookies every October because she remembered I loved them in 4th grade. Distance was never the issue. We made it work. My grandparents were the center of everything. They moved to my hometown when I was in high school, just down the road from my mom. Sunday dinners, holidays, random pop-ins, they were always there. When the pandemic hit and I couldn't visit, I felt it hard. We switched to FaceTime 3 times a week, sometimes more. My grandma would hold the phone too close to her face, and my grandpa would narrate whatever was on television in the background. It was imperfect, and I loved every second of it. They both passed within months of each other. It was not a shock. They were in their late 80s, and their health had been fading long before COVID, but losing them back to back still hollowed me out. We talked as a family and agreed that when the world calmed down, we would do a proper memorial, a gathering, something that honored who they were. My mom said she would handle the planning and keep everyone in the loop. I took her at her word. She is my mom. About 8 weeks ago, my cousin posted a photo on Instagram. I almost scrolled past it. A group shot. Family I recognized. A few faces I hadn't seen in years, all gathered on my uncle's property out near the maple grove he's been cultivating for decades. Everyone was dressed nicely. Someone was holding flowers. There was a small wooden cross propped against one of the trees. The caption said, "So glad we could finally come together and say goodbye." It meant everything. I stared at that photo for a long time. I was not in it. I went through every face. I zoomed in on the edges. I checked twice. My husband was not in it either. No car I recognized in the background. No jacket. Nothing. I called my mom. She answered cheerful. No hesitation. I asked her about the photo. She said, "Oh, the memorial we did in July," and kept talking like that sentence needed no explanation. Like I already knew. Like I had been there. She said, "You were standing right next to your brother the whole time, honey." I told her I was not there. I told her I had never been told about it. That no one called me. No one texted me. No one sent a single message about a date. She got quiet. Then she said, "Of course you were there." I called my brother. He said the same thing. Said he remembered talking to me. Said I seemed emotional, but okay. Said it was a beautiful day. I was not there. I went through my location history. On the date of the memorial, I was at a farmer's market in my city at 9 in the morning. Grocery store at 11. Home by 12:30. My phone sat in my city all day. Every ping, every timestamp. 2 hours away from that maple grove. I screenshot everything and sent it to my mom. She said I probably left my phone at home and drove out separately. I pulled my credit card statement. Same day. Farmer's market vendor, 9:14. Grocery store, 11:02. Gas station 3 blocks from my apartment, 12:57. She said, "I don't know what to tell you. You were there. I saw you." I sent everything to my brother. He forwarded it to my aunt. Within an hour, I had a thread going with half my family, and every single one of them was telling me I was mistaken. My aunt said I stood with her by the tree when they scattered the ashes. My cousin said I cried. My uncle said I helped carry the flowers. None of it happened. My husband was supposedly there too. He had worked every weekend that month. His time clock confirmed it. I sent that along as well. His supervisor would have records. The overtime was documented. My family said we were both probably confused. I do not know how 11 people share the same false memory. I do not know how a family that genuinely loves each other could plan a memorial for months, arrange for my elderly great uncle to fly in from out of state, and never once call me. I was at my mom's house 4 days before the memorial. She never said a word. What I know is that I was not there. What I know is that I miss saying goodbye to the 2 people who shaped my entire childhood, and no one in my family will acknowledge that. They have stopped responding to my messages. A few have posted vague things on Facebook about family members who create chaos and need professional help. They think I am lying about evidence. They think I am lying about my own absence from my grandparents' funeral. I have the receipts, I have the timestamps, I have the location data, and I would have given anything to not need them.